Hollywood, California. 4 wins, 5 losses as a professional at 118, Genaro, Espitia. In the red corner, to my left, 7 wins as a professional, undefeated, 5 wins by KO at 117 pounds, the pride of Torrance, California, Ricky Pantera Romero. Our third man in the ring, Mr. Vince Delgado.
Ready for action now in this 6th rounder. Ricky Romero looking for his 8th consecutive victory at the expense of Genaro Espitia. The referee in charge in this Bantamweight bout, Vince Delgado. Here's the bell, and here we go into round 1 at the Irvine Marriott. To distinguish the 2 combatants, that is Romero in the all-white trunks and Genaro Espitia in the white trunks with a blue stripe.
Ricky Romero, Rich, started out as a mini flyweight, 106-pounder. Had a couple of fights, couldn't find anybody, so he moved up in the weight. Or he wouldn't fight. There was just no fighters at that weight category.
Well, he'd have to spend a lot of time probably fighting in the Orient if he was going to see any action.
Referee Vince Delgado. While we're at it, I'd like to say hello to his wife's family in El Paso, Texas, who's watching in Channel 14. Thanks for watching to all the Delgados and the Albas in El Paso, Texas.
First round at long distance, the pattern already seems set. We see Espitia coming in, moving in, trying to get to Romero, who appears to be an excellent boxer here in the opening seconds of this fight. Content to move around the ring. Although he's not up on his toes and dancing a lot, he has some pretty good foot movement. Showing a good jab and showing some ability there to move and get away from a punch.
Espitia has been, is not by all means a mature veteran in the fight business. He has had 9 fights, not the most impressive record, 50-50, batting 50-50 right now. Going against a fighter, Ricky Romero, who is 7-0 with 5 knockouts. I would think right now that Espitia has a lot of respect being in the ring with Ricky Romero, knowing of his amateur background, of course, his excellent start as a professional.
Espitia putting the pressure on. He's not really landing anything of consequence yet.
Romero was a member of the USA boxing team that fought in Moscow and Cuba. He's seen a little bit of the world. Also 1984 state Golden Gloves flyweight champ.
Well, that international boxing, Lisa, is certainly excellent experience in anyone's background. Nice right to the body by Romero.
Ricky Romero, 5'7", 117 pounds.
Coming to the final seconds of round number 1, a Romero round, I believe.
I'll get it, Alex.
Discipline to come through what he wants to do. Here we see Ricky Romero.
Combinations, Ricky. You're not following up. Right hand, back.
Romero handled by Bill Phil's and Oscar Romero.
Bill Fields is the man in the white shirt. Quite a story in itself.
Hey, you see a shot of our sellout crowd here at the Grand Ballroom in the Irvine Marriott. Always a big crowd for these Don Frazier promoted cards. Well, always a sellout for these Don Frazier promoted cards.
He has a magic touch, doesn't he?
He certainly has here.
But believe me, Rich, there's a good reason behind it. If the fights weren't good, well-matched fights, people wouldn't come.
So many people thought Don Frazier was crazy. You're bringing the fights to where? To the what?
With no smoking?
Good right cross by Espitia, surprises Romero.
Trying to be more aggressive, trying to rush Romero some. We're in the third round of a scheduled 6-rounder. I'm Rich Morano along with Mondo Muniz and Lisa Bowman. We're watching these two bantamweights. Ricky Romero undefeated in 7 fights in the all-white trunks, and Espitia in the white trunks with a blue stripe. Espitia out of North Hollywood, California. And Romero, pretty much a local kid here, living in Torrance.
Trying to follow in the footsteps of Joey Olivo, probably the last American to win a mini flyweight or flyweight championship of the world in the last 50 years. Good right cross by Romero, surprises Espitia. You notice Espitia, when he throws the right and left, leaves his chin out front like an invitation to hit me.
Romero's been most effective when the fight just stays at long range and he can just try to pick Espitia apart, which you see him doing with the jabs and the long right crosses.
Overall, Romero does better all around execution of punches. Does a good job of landing his hooks, his jabs, right crosses. Espitia tries, but they're not as well executed as Romero's.
He did dig a pretty good left hook to the belly of Romero.
He's knocked him slightly off balance a couple of times.
It's been mostly a headhunting fight. Again, the chess match continuing here in round 3. Nice right by Romero, just a quick short one. And the jabs.
Watching these flyweights fight, which sometimes is the people that really like the fight game, love the business. It's like a chess game. It's like you say, you gotta really like to play this.
The intensity is high.
Exactly.
Would you like to see something really incredible?
For a chance to fight a world rank contender.
In the 4th round of this bout at the Irvine Marriott, Ricky Romero in the white trunks, all white trunks, and Genaro Espitia in the white trunks with a black stripe. It would appear that Romero has built up the edge in the first 3 rounds with some superior boxing talent at long range. Good shot by Espitia, knocked Romero off balance a little. Espitia just trying to apply some pressure. See if he can't back Romero up, force him into a mistake. Romero's been a pretty good boxer, and he crossed a nice right hand there. Some reddening on the left eye, Mondo, of Ricky Romero.
A chance for concern or a cause for concern. It would give Espitia a little more spirit and motivation to get in there.
Let's keep an eye on that. In fact, when we get around, we'll see if Romero has been cut. It's awfully red up there in that left eye.
It looks like a slight cut there over the left eyebrow.
So Romero now putting the pressure on, and he backs Espitia up against the ropes, in fact. Let's see if Romero can go to work here. Espitia bobbing and weaving, gets out of there and fires out with a left and a right, pushes Romero back. So he fought his way off the ropes.
He's fighting back. Another right hand to the cut. If Espitia could manage to keep that kind of pressure and not get hurt, he might be able to score some points in his favor.
Nice right by Romero. Espitia fires back.
Espitia hanging a little tougher maybe than Romero thought he would with that kind of record of 4 and 5.
Good right hand by Espitia.
good body shot too. Maybe Ricky Romero is being surprised by somebody that has more than 7 fights also.
I think you made a good point, Lisa. I think this is catching Ricky Romero completely off balance. Speedy enjoying his best round by far.
I'd have to say, Rich, in this last round, I think Espitia probably pulled the round out. Maybe not by much, but just the aggressive and the number of punches he landed.
Oscar and I both awarded that last round, I suppose, there to Espitia.
Now, to both of you, I bow to your age.
Lisa, Lisa apparently called that one even.
I did.
We'll see if that pattern continues here in round number 5.
Romero making a little more of an impact in his round 5, scoring more blows. If Espitia could continue to maintain the pressure and score like he did in round 4, might make this an interesting fight.
But he ran into a right hand there, and a good right to the body by Romero. Right uppercut by Romero. So having some success with that right hand here in this 5th round. Romero certainly utilizing it a lot more here in round 5. There it is again, all right.
I think Ricky Romero has figured out the faults that he was committing in the first 3 or 4 rounds. Countering better in this 5th round. You know, it's difficult for a fighter in this weight category, Rich, to, 1, to get the fights, and 2, to make any headway in the world rankings. So it's sometimes depressing when you have to go into a fight. People don't know about Ricky Romero, of course. Local fighter. Good right hand by Romero.
And then he ate one in return from Espitia.
But these young fighters at this weight level, they got to fight 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 times just to get recognized and even be considered for a world ranking. On the other hand, a heavyweight, the 10 fights, you're in the world rankings automatically.
Or if you're a Leon Spinks or Marvis Frazier, you're in a world championship fight.
With 7 fights. This is definitely the kind of boxing for the boxing connoisseur, one that like to see boxing. Just
The purist.
The purist, right. It's not the kind of fights you see on Don King's shows because they are just good boxing moves.
Final seconds of the round. Are underway at the Irvine Marriott in round 6 of this bout between Ricky Romero and the all-white trunks and Genaro Espitia and the white trunks with a blue stripe. I'm Rich Morata along with Mondo Muniz and Lisa Bowman. We're ringside in the Grand Ballroom here at the Irvine Marriott. Another Don Frazier promoted card being brought your way by Round 1 Productions. Espitia with a right hand that backs Romero up. Romero would certainly seem to have an edge in the scoring so far, but Espitia appears to be kind of a never-say-die guy who's hanging right in there and making a fight of it.
Espitia just hasn't been able to find that one punch that will give him the advantage over Romero. Good right cross by Romero.
Right hand by Romero, crossing it over the outstretched left of Espitia.
One of the things that's obvious in kids like good right hand by Romero. That's obvious in fighters like Romero. I think he knows he's ahead on points. And he's not going to go any more than he's been doing, just so he wins the fight. On the other hand, if Espitia could just make up his mind to go after the kill in this last round, try and make it a go-for-broke situation. He might make it a more action-packed fight.
Right hand by Espitia. Seemed to catch Romero by surprise. Romero hardly reacted to the punch until after he was hit by it. Now an exchange of rights, and Romero landing his. Another right by Romero as he moves forward. Boy, Espitia just hangs tough. He eats those rights and just walks right back in. Another one.
They're both connecting with rights. Again, one more time for the relatives of the referee, Ms. Delgado. Hello, and thanks for watching to all the Delgados and Albas and all our friends at Channel 14 in El Paso, Texas.
Right hand by Romero. He's landed a ton of them in this round. But he's eaten a few as well.
Overall, a good fight, Lisa, wouldn't you agree?
I would. I was wondering if the boxers like this kind of fight.
It's a good fight. I like it.
A show of respect, I guess they did.
For sure. But Genaro Espitia, I thought, gave a pretty good account of himself, Mondo.
He did.
He was in there.
He fought hard. He tried. Never gave up. He was in there the whole time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. The winner, still undefeated, Ricky Romero. Pantera Romero.
Okay, Ricky Romero is the winner. He is still unbeaten. He is standing by with Lisa Bowman right now.
Ricky Romero, you maintained your unbeaten record. You won a unanimous decision, but there was some dissent from the crowd. Were you surprised?
Yeah, well, I could have did a lot better. I hurt my hand in the early rounds, like in the second round. And every time I threw my jab, it was really, pain was really coming out. So I was trying to hit him as much as I could with my right hand, but every time I threw my left hand, it was really hurting me. And I felt that was a setback for me because I could use my jab more. I'm known as a jab fighter, jab, jab, jab. But tonight my hand was hurting right off the bat, and I didn't perform as well as I should have.
Well, let me see that hand. When was it?
It's right on my knuckles. Every time that jab landed on his head, he had a solid head, let me tell you, and the pain really hurt me. So I knew I could have done a lot better. I should have done a lot better, but I'll take the win and just go on to my next fight.
He did hang in very, very tough.
He was a lot stronger than I usually fight as a flyweight, and we had a tough time getting opponents, and I had to take what I could get. I hadn't fought in like 2 months, I'm almost going on 3 months, and I just used the work, and I just tried to make the best as I could.
That's a frustration that you have in your weight class, isn't it? Just getting opponents.
Yes, and I guess we're going to have to, stay at a flyweight, because I don't feel that I'm strong enough to knock these bantamweights out, as I did these flyweights, but I performed okay. Despite what people say, there are always going to be critics out there, no matter whether I win or not. So I just take it like as I did.
Well, maybe because of your left hand hurting you, it turned into more of a chess match. Do you enjoy that kind of fight?
No, I don't. I'm not one to get hit, and my trainers and managers will tell you that. I'm not one to really take punches, but I just had to stay in there. He moved some good shots. I admit it. He was tough. He kept coming. But like I said, I had a little bit more knowledge than he did and helped me through the fight.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you. I'll take the win, yeah.